roughly to up here. I'm up. I would have much rather gotten in right here, and I think I was recording at this point in time. But I didn't. I wasn't really. I took the entire 24-hour period off, and so I wasn't really familiar with the charts and didn't really know what was going on. So I missed this entry, but this was like I was telling you, catching a falling knife. The the better entry, the more safe entry would have been here. I got it right here. So we're up. I want to put in another order for 10K, but I'm gonna wait on that. And I can I could get 50K more XRP, but that would put me right up to this number right here if I maxed out this order. I'm gonna try to strategically do this so I keep a buffer zone, and I'm not going to get in until it like plateaus at a big jump, kind of like this. Like if I were to get in, if I had, I have 20K almost. If I had 27,000, in fact, I'd probably change this to 13 so it'd be 30. If I got in with 30,000 around here, I'm hoping for it to come down again. And then July 4th comes around, it pumps, and I get out with 10K and I keep 20K in, and then it pumps again, and it doesn't dump, then more than likely I will like look for entries to buy in and basically just keep a buffer, and I'll keep increasing my position size as it continues to separate further and further. That's the game plan, not financial advice. So I was on Twitter, and actually this guy right here, Shane Winnings, I'm doing the Bible in a year. He has a YouTube channel, and it's called Shane Winnings. But oh, he should have worn. Yeah, he should have done something with his shoes before going to see Trump or whatever. But yeah, that's no big deal. But I saw this picture, and there's a little bit of a rabbit hole here. So this guy says and I love rabbit holes. I love conspiracy theory type stuff. So that's just kind of where we're at. Anyways, first of all, check out Shane Winnings' Bible in a Year. It's not too late to start. It's officially like more than halfway done with a year. But this account that posted it has X, like it's like a binary, well, not binary, but it's like a string of numbers, and there's XX, which makes me kind of raise my eyebrows a little bit. And then this guy says the golden calf is made Tammuz 16, July 12th, coup de grace, death of Slim Shady. Okay. We'll have to figure out what that is. So that's the 12th. 10 Commandments destroyed, Tammuz 17. So I'm thinking like Tammuz is like some biblical, like religious book. And that's July 13th. So when you search this up, I looked at it on my phone. The golden calf and all of that, it's referring to when Moses went up Mount Sinai to get the 10 Commandments. He got it twice. I don't know if you guys remember that. But he got it, and then he smashed it on the ground, and then he got it again. I'll have to kind of go back, but I was, doing this Bible in a Year thing, and I was like, wait, what? So anyways, he came down from Mount Sinai with the commandments, and Aaron, his brother or whatever, who was another priest, had, during the 40-day period that Moses was up there on Mount Sinai, he crafted a golden calf out of everybody's gold, and they were worshiping it. So, anyways, 10 Commandments destroyed, and this is referring back to Aaron um, manufacturing this golden calf, and everybody, all of the Israelites, worshiping it. And then that's okay. That's on the 14th. Sorry. Okay. So, anyways, this to me is interesting, to say the least, because um, there's so much biblical like interconnectedness with everything that's going on politically and geopolitically, including like Palestine, Israel, Iran, um, and all of the other Iran. Sorry, Iran. There's a there's a comedy thing. I'll have to bring it up next time. But somebody corrected the comedian and said, no, it's Iran, and he's like, oh, and then the person that he was talking to in the audience says, oh, no, I did that. And he's like, oh, don't you mean E? And then everybody started laughing. But anyways, like there was a whole story in between. It was really kind of funny. So if you go to this account here and you click on this Kumu of connections of individuals, there's a huge rabbit hole. And of course, we are most connected. So, I mean, there's like LinkedIn, there's all sorts of stuff, but we are most interested in XRP. And it's Ripple. It's not like you can't, I searched XRP and you can't find XRP. So, we're looking at Ripple. And there's a lot of first degree and second degree connections through this, and possibly like third and fourth. Like this one has it goes to Microsoft. So if you go to Microsoft, like obviously there's a lot of connections, but I'm assuming that I don't know exactly, but like there's a lot of connections here. So I'm going to be parsing through this just to do some investigating around and just to kind of figure out what exactly is going on. Founders Fund, I applied a couple of my ideas to the Founders Fund. Unfortunately, they weren't picked up, but I guess they weren't early enough actually. But now they're closed. You can't you have to know somebody in order to, because my most recent idea I wanted to put into the Founders Fund, I couldn't do it. But yeah, so I'll have to figure out some of these. So they have this is pretty cool. They have what is relevant to this person connected to Ripple. So Rosie Rios, let's go to Ripple again. That was where this person over here? I don't know. I think it's this So anyways, I'm going to do some digging around, but I wanted to bring this to y'all's attention because there's a lot of Ripple's not a regular cryptocurrency, and that's the only reason why I am involved with Ripple. I don't know if y'all know about the Ripple Riddlers and all that, but there's some really interesting conspiracy type stuff that involves Ripple that makes me feel like the currency, the crypto world at large is going to largely die off. And what we will be left with is a much lower value. I don't know if it's going to be a lower value Bitcoin, but I do. So there's a XRP BTC pairing and it doesn't make sense. So XRP BTC. And I don't know of very many other like the fact that XRP BTC has a pairing makes me feel like what may end up happening is at some point Satoshi comes online with his 10 million or 8 million or whatever Bitcoin and dumps the value of Bitcoin into Ripple. And so what you would see is XRP go up and BTC go down. And there's a lot of like speculation as to who is Satoshi Nakamoto and Arthur Brito, and they might be the same person. In fact, Arthur Brito is one of the people in this XRP little rabbit hole as well. I don't know if, yeah, so if you click on, well, you'd have to find Arthur Brito here inside of this little maze. But yeah, it's all very interesting, but I just wanted to bring that to y'all's attention. And then at the same time, you know, I'm up, but I don't know what is going to happen here. I do think it's going to trade sideways, and if it trades sideways, you're going to get up and down movement. So I just hope I don't get stopped out. And if it does come down, I want to double my position size. That would be awesome if I doubled it. But if it comes down real low, I would double it. If not, then I'll just put another 10 or 13 in, and then just kind of wait for this temporary moon. And it's supposed to happen right before the 5. So really kind of around here is when it would happen. And this is interesting because usually it's this way. Usually it's kind of like this, and then yeah, we do have like big giant green candles like one after another, but like this happens so quick. So kind of like this where it walks along. And it's walking along, stuff like that, kind of walking along. So the fact that it just popped off, just boom, kind of made me feel like there's some manipulation going on. And yeah, but I did want to bring this to y'all's attention because this is really interesting. So I'll dig around some more and get to it. But yeah, so anyways, I hope y'all are having a wonderful evening, and I will chat with you again soon. Bye.